This movie sets its sights on the elite and aims its target at the rich and powerful, those who have become so out of touch being that money is no object to them that they are able to afford things that most people will never experience. This once-in-a-lifetime meal is just another day for these douchebags, only tonight, this isn't just any meal. Everybody is about to get their just desserts. So definitely check it out at your local theater. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Justin here as always. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me tonight to talk about the menu. I wore my fanciest attire tonight because just like the folks in this movie, this is a special occasion. You have to look the part. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Before we get started, I do want to plug my new Rad Pack episode that I just did with a couple of my homies, Mel from My Killer Podcast, Garrett from Born to Be Rad. We just had an amazing, one of our best episodes yet of the Rad Pack. It was a Q&A episode where we answered all of your questions. A ton of you guys sent in your questions, and we actually had so many, we couldn't even use them all. So I'm gonna link that video down below, but we had a lot of fun with that, and we have another Christmas special coming up next month. So I'm always wanting to let people know whenever I can about my Rad Pack podcast, because it's a lot of fun, and we're growing, and it's just so much fun to hang with those guys and talk movies. We have a bunch of episodes already out. I'll link those down below. Also, a question of the day: what is your favorite dinner party horror movie? I know I mentioned a few, but I'm sure there's a bunch more that I have not yet seen. So if you have some favorite dinner party horror movies, leave them in the comments down below. But now let's go ahead and get into today's feature presentation and talk about The Menu, a very interesting movie. The movie sports this incredible ensemble cast. You got John Leguizamo, Anya Taylor-Joy, Nick Hoult, Ralph Fiennes. Everybody's amazing here, and this movie has a really unique premise. A young couple travels to a remote island to eat at an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. This movie falls under sort of a smaller subgenre of movies that's been cropping up over the past few years. I'm just gonna call it dinner party horror. Although this movie doesn't lean as far into the horror realm as some of these other ones. Some of my favorite dinner party horror movies of the last few years have been 2020's The Dinner Party, 2015's The Invitation, you have The Feast from 2021, You're Next, Would You Rather, The Perfect Host. And what I really dig about this premise is you can pack a bunch of really different and unique characters from all over different walks of the world and cram them in a room together and put them in a situation that they can't get out of. Usually egos come into play and they throw people under the bus. All of these share some sort of common trope. But in The Menu, this isn't just your normal run-of-the-mill like fancy restaurant. This is a dining experience set on a remote island hosted by this elite chef, Chef Slowick, played by Ralph Fiennes. He is absolutely incredible in this movie. Now, I am fully aware that Ralph Fiennes is a very accomplished actor in a lot of classy movies that I just haven't seen. So this was really my first full experience of Ralph Fiennes, and man, this guy is absolutely incredible. He commands the screen as this kind of militaristic chef who takes traits from all of the, you know, what you see on TV as these like Top Chef type people.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
People travel from all over the world to eat his food and write articles about it. But this group of patrons who come to this particular meal, this particular evening, are not going to get what they were expecting in the best way. And a lot of it has to do, of course, with this really cool premise of this remote island elitist dinner party, but also this ensemble cast. You have Nick Hoult, who plays this twerpy, know-it-all, millennial foodie guy who brings along Anya Taylor-Joy as his date. She's sort of a little rough around the edges, is not into this whole like foodie culture. She kind of scoffs and sticks her nose up at it. You have John Leguizamo as this aging actor whose best roles are kind of behind him, but people still know who he is, and he's there to impress a girl and to just kind of do the movie star thing. You have this trio of tech bros who are super obnoxious. You also have Janet McTeer, who played Helen in Ozark. She's such a great actress. Her and this other guy, I don't know his name, I didn't bother to look him up, sorry dude, who play these like super elitist, posh food critics who are just like taking out magnifying glasses, you know, inspecting the food to its like granular detail. It's super obnoxious. Everybody in this group kind of came to this dinner party for their own self-serving reasons, either to just wait to be impressed or to impress somebody that they're with. They're all very shallow. And the way this movie unfolds is very tense. It starts out, everybody's in such good spirits and they're all ready to eat this amazing food and take pictures for Instagram or write their articles or impress their boyfriend or girlfriend or to, you know, to tell the story. And all of the reasons as these people came came to this specific dinner party are all things that Chef Slowik despises. He thinks people have lost their appreciation for fine dining and don't really understand the nature, the true nature and the spiritual nature of food and everything that it can be. And the movie just goes into this slow descent of insanity and murder and depravity in ways that I really wasn't expecting, but it does fall in line with all of that classic dinner party stuff where there's a sudden switch in the tone of the movie that lets you know, okay, this is about to get fucked up. The movie is separated into chapters, and these different chapters are the different courses of the meal. Each segment of the movie starts to get darker and darker and more mysterious, and more questions are being raised as to actually what the hell is going on until it reaches the fever pitch and goes just full insanity. All of the performances across the board are incredibly entertaining. The movie does not take itself too seriously. There's a lot of funny parts, but then that'll be juxtaposed by some crazy shit that happens that wipes the smile right off your face, and then you're in a horror movie. The tone of the movie is very surreal. The dialogue is extremely well written and biting. The movie is directed by Mark Milad, who also surprisingly directed the Ollie G movie, which is a funny movie, but I was surprised to see that in his IMDb, although it does make sense. There's a lot of humor to this. He's directed a lot of TV like Succession and Game of Thrones and Shameless. The movie has a great vision. The cinematography is amazing. All these very centrifugally focused shots. Everything is very sterile and clean and goes along with the tone of this fine dining atmosphere that's set throughout the movie. It's written by Seth Rice and Will Tracy, who up until now have been like mainly TV staff writers for Comedy Bang Bang. They wrote for the Emmy Awards and Seth Meyers, but this is their first feature-length screenplay, and I think they knocked it out of the park. This movie sets its sights on the elite and aims its target at the rich and powerful, those who have become so out of touch being that money is no object to them that they are able to afford things that most people will never experience. This once-in-a-lifetime meal is just another day for these douchebags, only tonight, this isn't just any meal. Everybody is about to get their just desserts. This movie is a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to it for a long time, and it did not disappoint. I highly recommend that you get out and go check out The Menu. It rules. Kick-ass cast, great story, good cinematography. It's funny. It's got some gory parts for the gore hounds. Not a lot, but a little bit. It's just a lot of fun. So definitely check it out at your local theater. The fuck? Anyway, guys, I think we're done here. Stay weird. Remember to always be yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bite! Yum! Bite! Yum! Pretending to eat a sloppy Joe! Oh god, stomach pain!
Baby, sloppy Joe barbecue sauce and beef! It looks like dog shit! Oh my god!
Bite! Yeah! Doing the bite dance!
Why is beef in quotation marks?
Pork!
It's the best tasting dog food ever!
Pet food for humans!